Hello, everybody. We're so sorry about that. We wanted to make sure that we could be live for more people, so we just had to shift from one page to another. So we are back.
I deleted it on.
Yeah.
We were on the group page,
Yeah.
which is a.
There we go.
Which is a private page.
Yeah, it's a private page, so nobody would be able to see it unless you're on that page.
So just more Angela. So I am your Workout Buddy for Life coach, Angela, and this is your
Insight Fitness coach, Stacy.
Yes.
Sorry, this is my
this
world.
this has been the week. Has been all of these stupid nuances.
Just bizarre. It's
bizarre activities.
So you were just starting to say, and I'm going to let you go back to what you were visiting. And as you pop on, please say hello. Tori, if you're back, I hope you are. We would love to say hello to you. So you were just starting to talk about the upcoming full moon. Would you like to share that information again?
Yes. So tonight's, well, into tomorrow, because it peaks tomorrow morning around 8:30, 8:20, whatever. The full moon is a blue moon for August, which means it's the second full moon of the month. It's also the second full moon of the quarter, so this is something that does not happen very often. It's like every couple hundred years, if I read it right. But it's really, really cool when you think about, okay, so it's the second full moon of the month, second full moon of the quarter, and then all of these energy things are happening, and like people don't know what to do with themselves. I don't know what to do with myself half the time.
Well, I've you and I have talked a little bit because I've been following a lot of the energetic shifts that are happening. Because I was explaining it to my husband. If you follow the moon, you can actually look at the science behind it and look at how the moon affects our tides and how the moon affects not gravitational pull, but there's a lot of stuff that the moon actually affects, and so. If you follow any sort of energy that's coming at the Earth from space, you can connect it then to earthquakes, volcanic activity, that's a new word, and anything like that. And it has been bonkers banana over the past 2 weeks. Things are like
Hi, Tori.
Totally intensifying. Things are just becoming a little crazy in the space, in the satellite area arena. And it affects us. It affects us directly because that energy hits Earth, and then it hits our space. And you think about the moon, and the moon affects the tides. So of course, the energy that's coming into the satellite system is going to affect us,
right?
And
we're X amount of percentage of water,
right?
So the moon is obviously going to affect anything that has water in it or around it.
It makes us, tides. It gives us tides.
Yes.
That's why I feel like this all the time.
Did you do your face today? You didn't do your face today.
I made it. Not the second one. I was making a dumb face in the beginning, though. Yeah. So
I accidentally went live on the private page, private group. So how have you been dealing? Like seriously, how have you been dealing with all of the shit that you've been handled this week?
I have allowed myself space. Honestly, I know you've noticed it because I track my meditation. I've been meditating a lot more and just giving myself some quiet space to kind of sit in it. But I've also been getting it out. The cool thing is I have people in my life that I can just blah to, but they know that it's not necessarily that I want them to fix it or that I want any help with things. It's just that sometimes I just need to verbalize exactly how I'm feeling. So I lean into my support system hardcore. I mean, you are one of them, and you and I have been texting pretty much all week because it has been such a bananas week. And Jay got an earful from me yesterday, and when he got an earful from me, it could have been, if you didn't know him or I or our relationship, it could have very easily been misconstrued as me being really angry with him, but it didn't turn into a fight like it would have in the past. Instead, he was like, okay, like, what can I do?
Right.
And he actually found a solution that I had not otherwise come up with, which was just to give me a little bit of space. And it was really cool because that space allowed me to spend time one-on-one with my niece. I got to paint her nails. It was really cute.
That's cute.
Black and white. It was awesome. But, by granting me that space, he alleviated a little bit of stress because it was one thing off my to-do list, and that was just enough. That was just enough to be able to go, okay, this is fine now. It's been a lot about, the week has been a lot about balance. It's been a lot, like I have spent more time looking at how long it takes me to get to and from appointments. And then the other thing that I did to help myself is I canceled on people. And I generally don't.
Right.
I generally don't cancel unless I'm sick. But I did Friday. I canceled.
Yeah.
An appointment.
Energy.
Yeah.
Energetically, you've been sick.
Yeah. It's
because you've been bombarded with
Yep.
all of the things.
All of the things. It's been a difficult week, but it's okay because like I said, my coping mechanisms are leaning into my support system, and I do use my support system the way I should be able to use my support system. Not to take advantage of, but to be like, this is like, I just need an ear.
Yep.
I just need to complain. And what's cool is whenever I do that with you, you don't try to fix it. You're like, dude, I don't even know what to say right now. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, I don't necessarily need anything to be said.
Right.
I just need to be heard.
Right. And then I think I'm getting kind of good at asking you if there's anything I can do to help you. Because I would be there in a heartbeat,
And my
nephew needs a ride to whatever.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, my general response is just be you. Like, just be you. But it's really been like learning how to balance that and learning how to care.
Hi, Georgette.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
And then I'm going to say hi to my mom, even though she's working right now.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Angela's mom. Hi, my mom. And hi, my grandma. And my mom is another major support, that I have in my life. My parents, good Lord, I talk to my parents every day. I'm very, very lucky that I'm as close to them as I am, because if I didn't have that support with all of the crazy that happens, it would be more difficult. Maybe they can't be physically here to help, but I know if I really needed them to be, they would.
Right.
They would show up.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, so that is how I've been coping with this week. 2 weeks. Million years. Stress. What about you?
I've been working on cleaning my office.
It looks phenomenal.
Getting so much better. It's almost there.
Although the unicorn over there is making me sad in the box.
Oh, well, she's just in there because I needed to move the thing and the thing and
Buy the thing.
yeah. She's not staying there.
Did you put the thing in the box?
No, I had to put the thing in the box. Yeah, and then I got the unicorn behind me.
Yeah. Which,
That one,
you can
yeah.
see it. Okay, yeah, I like that.
That one Jason gave me.
He got us both one. He's so funny.
He is pretty funny. I love that he knows me well enough to do stuff like that. And that was in the beginning of our relationship too.
Because you're my other spouse.
Yeah.
So I keep telling you I have a gift for you that he got you. He got you and I both one, but I keep leaving it at home. And I'm just going to end up giving it to you as your birthday present, so it's fine.
Yep.
Her birthday's coming up.
Yep. I'm getting old. Older. But yeah, actually I like that you're 34 and I'm going to be 43. So I just like to flip the numbers. That to me is cool for some reason.
You're aging backwards.
I am, but I'd be aging backwards if I'd be sticking to my program. But I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so I have not been as active on my page and my groups. I'm adding this component into WBFL. That's a financial piece, and with Emma being 18 now and she's got a job that she's starting soon.
When does she start?
We don't know.
That's fair.
But she's got a job that she's starting pretty soon, and then being able to support her with that. I started realizing that I have not really prepared her for being an adult, and looking back into when I've been working since I was 12, so she's very lucky that I'm very fortunate that she didn't have to do that. But I've been working since I was 12, but I was never really taught what to do with my money, and I was talking to my mom about this, that I'm looking back at I earned money from blueberry raking, and that was school clothes, and babysitting, and where the hell did that money go? And I worked in a retail store. Where the hell did that money go? Until I moved in with my aunt and uncle for a year that I did in college in Waterville. I think I paid them like $50 a week or whatever, but I don't know where the money went. And it's just like, I didn't have anything. It wasn't like I was like shopping and buying all these things. I don't know where this money went. And then I had my own place, so I was learning how to pay my own bills and everything. And I remember being really excited the first time I opened up a checking account. And like I was telling my parents about that, and according to my sister, that was the wrong thing to do at that time. I'm assuming it probably sounded like I was gloating or something. I was just excited that I had done some adulting. And then, I was paying bills, but I remember paying bills more out of cash than doing a check. I don't know how to balance a checking account. That's the funny thing about my whole financial piece is I don't know how to do accounting because my brain can't do the debits and credits. It can't flip-flop them. I did learn that's actually a sign of ADHD. Like I have a hard time using mirrors. But I've been using an Excel spreadsheet for 18 years. And I've helped us go from shit credit to excellent credit and tiny apartments to a 3-story house, and I want to be able to share that with people, and then I want to be able to have people being able to teach their kids. There's unnecessary debt that you don't need. You don't really need to open up a credit card when you're 18, but you do need to start building credit. So what you can do is you can do a credit loan for your bank. So to build credit, you have a loan, you put the loan money into one account, and then you pay for it, and starts giving you credit. You can also be an authorized user on your parents' credit card, which is tricky.
If they have bad credit.
Yeah, that's it. But it's also tricky if you're not paying attention to what you're spending, what you're buying. If you're not paying attention to, all the little things, like I recognize that I have been spending a lot of money at Starbucks lately, and it's only when I leave the house that I want one, and it's because I can't make really good coffee at home. And now Emma's going to be working for Starbucks, so yay. I'm going to add her to my Starbucks app so that way she can pick me up a coffee, or we can have it ready for me because she'll get a discount.
There you go.
Saving money. That's what you need to do. Find your discount.
What's really cool, though, is you have found this, I'm going to say niche that you're really, really, really good at and that you enjoy, and you're able to actually connect the fitness and the finances together because having healthy finances allow you to be better and easier to step into fitness too.
Right, and it helps your mindset. So when you're not so worried about where your next meal is going to come from, and we all know fast food places, they're cheap and fast and easy. And they say you are what you eat, and you're not cheap, fast, or easy.
And they're not cheap anymore.
Right,
just
but
as an aside.
At the same time, there are people struggling. And, if you do have to go through fast foods, there are ways to make it healthy. You just need to know how to do that and how to not feel guilty about,
getting a burger.
Right.
Because, the most interesting thing, just to totally interrupt you for 1 second, is a lot of the fast food restaurants where you can get salads, the salads are like the worst things on the menu, which I'm fascinated by. Because you think you're doing really well.
Yep.
And you're actually doing 10 times worse.
And why is that? Is it just the dressing?
The stuff that they add to it, all of the additional stuff they put in those salads.
I didn't think they...
So, there are some places that offer, chicken salad, but what they do is they take the deep fried chicken, cut it up, and put it on top of the salad.
Yes, that's
so
true.
You associate greens with health, but in reality, sometimes grabbing a burger is way a million times better for you.
Right, and if you're doing keto, you can always get a burger without the bun.
Just get the regular burger and take it off.
Right. Yeah.
Just eat it.
You don't have to make it so hard when the B team is working.
Right.
So.
Right. What do you want? You don't want a bun? What are we supposed to do with the burger then? How does this work?
Yep.
Can't put it in anything.
Just take the bun off. But yeah, when we don't exercise, we don't have the energy to, be smart about our finances and be smart about what we're eating too. Well, because we're so, you have to create energy to have energy. And this is something that I've been relearning a lot over the past few months. And especially this past week, this is the first time I've seen Stacy since
last
Saturday.
Yeah.
And she's my workout buddy. And
it's like I said, it's in the very beginning. You said it's been a crazy few weeks. But the other thing too is you just kind of highlighted this, but you do treat, like, in order to have more energy, you need to use energy. You have to kind of create it. It's like a furnace. Like, if you let the furnace die out, reheating it or relighting it, it takes more time and more effort.
Right.
So, whenever you go to the doctor, if you are depressed, for example, they will always, usually put you on an antidepressant, which is totally fine, and there's nothing wrong with medicating if you should need it, but they always recommend
some sort of exercise. Even if it's just a walk.
Yep.
Yep. And I've noticed, like, this week that I really depend on you to get me up in the morning.
Because I'm up. Well,
and because I have somebody depending on me, and now that I have an 18-year-old kid, I don't have somebody depending on me in the mornings. But
to be fair, too, you did hurt your back, and
I was not
gonna have you exercising this week because you needed to let it heal.
Well, you didn't even have any time.
No.
So,
It's a balance.
no, I should have. I could have used my treadmill, and I didn't. It's not my fault. It's Schumann's fault. Schumann. But yeah, I could have done something as easy as go walking, even if it was raining or whatever, because I do have a treadmill. But I really depend on you for keeping me consistent. And I don't know if that's too much pressure on you.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Because I don't want to add to the shit that's been hammered at you lately.
So the cool thing is, though, is like when we work out together, it's our time.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of the times that we did work out, not last week, this week, it's been crazy, but the week before, when we were in the cemetery and I was actually dealing with work stuff, like, I felt really bad because I tried to ensure that when you and I are exercising, regardless of what time, because I consider that my lunchtime, that I'm 100% there.
Yes.
And I'm very rarely on my phone.
Right. Yeah, and you taught me to put my phone down.
Yeah, because I call you out on it. Yes. You got mad at me one day. You're like, I'm doing this.
That was in the beginning, but now it's just, turn on the walking app and let's go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it was so fun. You were so funny.
But we've had amazing conversations as workout buddies. We've had such amazing conversations.
And that's the thing is it's not just, a workout that we're getting in. We're also processing through the week, through the day, through the frustration that we might be having about something that might seem minor, but in reality, like, typically those issues are front and center in your life. So being able to process through those issues allows you to step into your week a little bit better. That's one of the things that's so great about, like, coaching people, is because sometimes we feel that our issues don't matter and that they're so minuscule and that somebody always has it worse. And what I would really like to say to that is that's not true. Your issues are your issues,
right.
And if they are important to you, that's all that matters. Your depression is not worse or better than anybody else's. The issue that you're facing are not smaller or larger than anybody else's. They are yours, and they are your mountains to climb. So, when we try to compare and say other people have it worse, I always tend to step into this, yes, but you're not them.
Right, and you're seeing a highlight reel. You're not seeing what's actually on the editing floor,
right.
And all of the shit that they had to cut out to make it look like their life is going okay.
Or you're looking at the worst of the worst of the worst whenever you're seeing things. So it's not necessarily about comparing your life to others and being like, well, so and so has it so much worse than me, and that might be true in the moment, but it doesn't matter. Because where you are is key.
Right.
I've been supporting a client of mine at my full-time job now for 2 weeks. You see both phones. Yeah. I know you just looked over at both of them.
I know. I've known you have them.
Yeah, not usually on weekends.
Right.
Unless I'm on call.
Yeah.
And she keeps apologizing for struggling. And I finally was like, you need to stop, because your struggle is where you are right now, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you need to step through that struggle. What matters is that you are stepping through that struggle.
And you don't have to justify anything to anyone, okay? That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people will say, no, I can't do this because of. No is a complete sentence. I'm sorry, but I can't do that is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify anything to anyone, and if they pressure you, tell them to fuck off. Like, seriously. I'm going to call out a friend of mine. I'm not going to use her name, but she has to justify everything to everyone, and it is.
Are you talking to me?
No, you don't justify anything.
Nah, I used to.
Yes, and I used to too. But yeah, you don't need to explain yourself to people for having decisions.
It like I'm looking at it in the screen and it looks like I have something like right there.
Yeah, it's it looks like grease or something.
Weird.
Or maybe well, your bottle doesn't condensate, so
Condensation.
But yeah, you don't have to justify anything to anyone because your life is your life. And, you know, if you can't do something and somebody is pestering you, you know, you could, if you want to, give them an explanation. It could be as simple as, I don't want to. Or it could be, what?
I'm just looking.
Oh, it didn't.
No, it just, it doesn't show me things on that, so I was just curious.
Hi, Donna. Yeah, so when you justify yourself and your actions or your decisions, you're taking away your power from yourself, and that puts us in a mental state of not being who and where we want to be in our life, and because you've got all of these people that you have to explain your life away to. No, you don't have to unless you absolutely want to, and life is hard enough already. We have people judging us no matter what they say. There's no judgment zone. That's bullshit.
And
we judge everyone, and everyone judges us to a point.
To add to that just a little bit, one of the things that we do on top of justifying why we can't do something for someone is apologize.
Yes.
So, like, I apologized to somebody today because I had made plans. I had made plans and I screwed up the scheduling.
Go ahead.
I know, I'm just, like, it's super weird, but because it says that we were interrupted. So I made plans, but I didn't put it in my calendar. So she reached out to me to say, hey, are we still on? And I was like, no. No, we're not. So I apologized because I didn't add it to my calendar because that, that's very rare. Like, I usually do not, like, stand people up or cancel on people last minute because of an error on my part, to be honest with you. Like, it's a really weird...
it doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. So I did apologize, and I kind of explained a little bit of the happenings, recently. And, she was very understanding and it was fine. But usually what I step into, if I have to shift or cancel or move things, is I appreciate your understanding. And I don't apologize.
Right.
Because there's a reason that I have to shift. And my schedule, my life, is not there necessarily to share.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I will give people a reason. However, it depends on what the reason is.
Right.
I am, for the most part, an open book, but there are times that I'm like, no, I just need to move it. Like, maybe I need to poop at that time, and it doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to know if I need to poop. Whatever. But shifting things and moving things, it happens, and I expect that unless there is a significant problem on the other end, there doesn't need to be a reason. I was talking to somebody, and she was saying that she had to move something because there was, like, a doctor appointment that she had to attend to with, like, a family member or whatever. And she reached out to this person and said, I have to reschedule our appointment. And they demanded to know why. They were like, I'm really not okay with this. I would like a reason behind it. And she was like, no, you don't need a reason behind this. What I'm telling you is that I have had something come up that needs my attention, and I need to do this. Mm-hmm. And so it was a really great conversation that I had with her because she was like, she's like, I could feel the pull on the other end, that energetic, like, that frustration. Negative. And as soon as I felt it, I was kind of like, no, that's not okay. Mm-hmm. This is, I'm doing this because I need to. Right. And that's it. That's all you need to know. Yeah. But we tend to do it to one another at times. Like, I'll give you a hard time sometimes with scheduling. When you're like, I can't do this, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? But realistically, I'm on the other end going, it's totally right. Like, you have a life. And, you and I always end up telling each other everything anyways.
Yep. Yeah, so going back to that mindset piece of having your fitness and your finances. And when I say fitness, I mean your health. It doesn't have to be, exercising. It could be mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health.
Is not always weight loss either.
Right. Fitness can be...
Fitness up in your mouth.
I'm into fitness. Fitness taco. That's one of my favorite things. Yeah. But just know that your mindset can be changed. It is work. as everything is work. Changing your meals is work. Changing your routines to get exercise in is work. Changing, how you communicate to other people is work. If it were easy, everyone would do it, right? If it were easy, everyone would be, completely healthy and at their perfect weight and size, whatever it is for them. It's not easy.
Nope.
And as you've seen from
If it was
us, we
easy-
ebb and flow about how things actually fit into our lives.
And if it was easy, everybody would be fit, healthy, and there would be no need for gyms,
Right.
and no need for meal planning,
or
and
coaches, or-
there would be no need for it. And that's what I always say is whenever I'm training people, I'm like, if this was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, I would not be here with you.
Right.
It's not easy, and it's not supposed to be.
No.
So,
No.
yeah.
So yeah, remember that whatever you need to do to fit
This in your mouth.
I love her. I really do.
I love tacos.
Me too. Whatever you need to do to fit
This in your
fitness
mouth.
and making financial decisions that benefit yourself, your mindset really has to be set around it, and you really have to commit to that decision.
And you should eat tacos.
Everybody should eat tacos. You really need to commit to that decision of, okay, my mind is set on having today a great day. And
Apparently I need some tacos now.
good thing you have a taco store on the way home.
Taco store.
Restaurant, whatever. It's the same thing. It's a store. They have food, money.
I would like the size medium taco, please. Color corn.
Color corn.
I would like it the color of corn. Maize. Maize.
Oh, Lord. We're nuts.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But yes,
She's going to be loopy for a couple of days as she recovers from her week.
balancing is key. I think is really what you were driving at when I got totally sidetracked by the idea of eating tacos. So apparently I'm going to get tacos at some point. Balance is key, and learning how to, find that place that you need to be is a beautiful thing. Fitnesses and finances are all, front and center whenever it comes down to it. And, fitness is not necessarily weight loss or weight gain or whatever. Fitness is whatever you need to feel the best in your body. One of the key pieces of that is whenever I start working with people, number one thing that I work on is how they view themselves and how they need to love themselves. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't step into any sort of healthy relationship with money or your body.
Right. And your wallet or your bank account needs exercise too, but it needs the right kind of exercise, the right kind of fitness, in order for it to grow the way you want it to grow. But your mindset has to be first.
Right.
And we ebb and flow on our mindset, and it can take a long time, or it can be a short time, or it's just going to cycle in like a roller coaster.
Right.
That's how it's going to be.
That is. That's life.
So we hope that you at least enjoyed our craziness for today.
Have some tacos.
If you did, please like our page and please comment below on how you balance fitness and finances, or just life. How do you balance life? We have the private group that is now at-home CFO of fitness and finance. We have the 28-day transformation that is keto and intermittent fasting, and I'm going to actually start the first Monday in September, the 28-day transformation. So you can go to WBFL-Coaching.com to see what that looks like. The Green Gap is part of the financial coaching that I'm offering. I will have the links in the comments.
What's the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room is me adding the financial piece.
Okay.
And why I keep changing the freaking name of the Facebook group.
She has awesome notes here, and we've gone through everything, and I was like, but what's the elephant in the room?
Yes. Yeah, so the elephant in the room is that, I've gone from really loving keto and intermittent fasting and fitness and, really going full barrel for that, and then all of a sudden I just did this, like 180, and it's like, wait, finances affect your fitness, affect your health, affect your life. And then my daughter turning 18 and not knowing how to be an adult and pay for bills, not pay for things. That's how to pay for things.
Can I have this croissant? Money? What is money?
So I'm going to be going live in the at-home CFO of Fitness and Finance group to call out that elephant of why I've done all of these changes. And it's, you guys can see that I'm authentic, that I'm not wishy-washy, that Stacy really needs a nap.
Stacy does. No, I'm just picturing somebody standing there looking at a cashier like, I don't know what to do.
Well, that's funny because like years and years ago, Emma went to a field trip in Boston, and I forget New Hampshire doesn't have sales tax. So I gave her $10 to be able to spend in the thing, and she didn't have the 50 cents in Boston for the tax. Fortunately, there was a beautiful woman that gave her the 50 cents, which was really cool. But then after that, nobody was allowed to buy things from field trips anymore. Because not everybody had money.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really sad. It's kind of like not inviting everyone in your class to the birthday party kind of thing. So it's really sad that happened. But so in the at-home CFO of Fitness and Finance, I will be calling out the elephant of my non-wishy-washy, but all these big changes happening. We hope that you guys have a great day. If you need anything, if you have any questions or whatever, reach out to us.
I'm available at insightfitness.org too.
That's what I was just about to do. Stacy has really cool programs. She's
not programs, but things.
She's more involved in her Reiki than I am right now because I'm focusing on the financing thing. She also does intuitive fitness assessments, which is really cool.
Yeah, I've got one today.
And then intuitive readings, which is amazing. And
intuitive coaching, Reiki sessions, and I will actually be adding another thing on there that I'm not going to unveil at this point in time. But yeah, that's coming up. So yep.
So keep working out, buddies, because your perfect is growing.